Hi, this is a quick video about our refrigerator that we purchased about 6 years ago. It's a General Electric profile, and about 3 months ago we noticed that there was a high frequency noise that was coming from the bottom of the refrigerator right here. And so we called in a service technician to evaluate the noise, and he unplugged the fan that's down at the bottom there that blows across the condenser coils, and the noise was still there. So his evaluation was that it needed a new compressor. A new compressor cost about $650, so we told him we'd think about it. And after he left, I looked down at the bottom there and I noticed that the coils were loaded with dirt and dust and all kinds of contaminants that have been picked up that travel across the floor and land on these coils. And usually those coils are in the back of the refrigerator. They go up and down in the back of the refrigerator, and those are the condenser coils. Those condenser coils, their job is to dissipate the heat that is generated from inside the refrigerator through the evaporator coils. Now they run up and down in the freezer and they go back down into the refrigerator, and those are the evaporator coils. They pick up the heat that's on the inside of the refrigerator and then they transfer it through a compressor to the condenser coils, and the condenser coils have a fan blowing across them and they blow the hot air from the refrigerant, which is Freon or R12 or whatever the refrigerant that you're using, the refrigerator uses, and consequently it takes the heat from inside the refrigerator and moves it to the outside or into your kitchen. So that's how the refrigerator works. But if the condenser coils are dirty and dusty and can't properly dissipate the heat from inside the refrigerant to the outside air, it acts like an insulator. The compressor works overtime, overheats, and you could hurt or destroy the compressor or the bearings and possibly create unusual noises such as this high frequency 2 kilohertz sound. Here's what the sound sounds like, the problematic sound that we initially heard for the past 3 months. So here it is. Okay, so you can tell you don't want that noise around for very long because it'll drive you buggy. So by cleaning the coils, the condenser coils, either on the bottom of the refrigerator or in the back of the refrigerator, we were able to get rid of the noise and retain our sanity. So let me show you a picture of what the condenser coil looks like before we cleaned it. So here's what it looks like in the state that it was when the refrigerator was making the noise. Okay, you can see it's really loaded and impacted with a lot of dust, dirt, and debris. And here's what it looks like after we cleaned it. The way we cleaned it was we used a vacuum cleaner to suck off as much as we could. Then we used a small, thin broom because space is at a premium underneath there. And we were able to get as much as we could off with the broom. And finally, we used compressed air or a leaf blower to blow off the condenser coil. And now it looks like brand new. So, if you've got a noise problem with your refrigerator, you could possibly try and clean the condenser coil to get rid of it as we did. Thanks for watching.